Hello, everybody. Hello. Hello, Melissa.
Hi, Jay.
Now, I have Melissa B with me. Not to be confused with Mel. This is Melissa. Melissa B, aka Dick Daddy, whatever you want to call her. You can call her Dick Daddy, you can call her DD. You can call
Thanks.
her Melly Mel, which shouldn't like that. What else? What are your other nicknames, Melissa? I know you had one growing up. What was it?
I did have one growing up. It was actually Lala from Teletubbies because my brother couldn't say my name, so he would call me Lala.
You were Lala. That's the yellow Teletubby.
Yes.
And I remember that because my son Ryan, that was his fave, was Lala.
And when I was younger, my mom got me a yellow Teletubby, an ornament for
Oh.
the Christmas tree that said Lala on it.
Okay, you're totally Lala now. So it's Jay and Lala on the airwaves with some true crime for you tonight. Front room. It's Lala front room.
Oh, that's a good one.
That is awesome. That's your new stage name, Melissa.
I like that
Lala
one.
front room. Sounds a little kinky. Everyone loves it. Lala front room and Jay. What is up, sleuths? Look at all the wrenches in here. We have really low numbers tonight. I think there's some drama going on in the community. So you know that always takes precedence over our true crime,
Of course, always.
doesn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Drama sells, man. Drama sells. Hi, Aaron Trackle. And look at, we have a Lala.
Way. So I don't
It
know.
is.
Boggles my mind.
It's very dramatic. We all watch ID and Lifetime. I love ID.
So do I. I love Lifetime too.
Like, I usually have it playing in the background. I haven't lately. I think because Sophia's here. When she's here, like, you don't want ID, like, 24/7.
Right.
I don't know what that would do to a child's brain. What do you think?
I don't know if they can really. She's so young. I don't know if it would click in her brain at such a young age. Maybe if she was like 1 or 2, maybe.
Wouldn't that be weird, though, if it, like, subliminally affected that? I mean, like, let's say you had a child and you just played ID, like, all the time for the first year. I wonder if they grow up.
Plus, kids at that age don't pay attention too. You know, they're all over the place and they don't sit still at their age either.
True.
I really like the old Lifetime movies.
Oh, me too, girl.
Those are really good.
Give me a cold, rainy Sunday, food, and Lifetime in my couch or my bed. Yeah. I love that. And we were just talking about that the other day, that one movie leads you into the next. They don't even put commercials in between them. They just roll the credits and they start the next one.
Yeah, that's the Lifetime Movie Network. Oh, because there's two different. There's the actual Lifetime network and then the movie network where it's just movies one after the other.
Yes, and I love that.
I can't get into the newer movies. It's all like the older ones, like the one with Fred Savage.
Oh yeah.
That's like my favorite movie. I forgot what it's called.
Yeah, they're like from the 90s. No one would tell.
Yeah.
Well, Michelle likes the Hallmark movie channel. I never watch Hallmark. I don't like I'm not big on Christmas movies. I know a lot of people like to watch those Christmas movies on Hallmark. I personally don't watch those. What up, Casey?
I like the Hallmark movies, but I'm more into the fantasy ones, like what Santa. Like there's one with Jenny McCarthy and her dad Santa.
Oh yeah, those are corny.
I like those.
They're so corny. A lot of people do. It cracks me up. Well, anyways, before we get too much off topic, we're gonna go back to the reason why we're here tonight. And the reason why I planned this live this afternoon was because I was contacted, I believe it was yesterday, by a cousin of the Butler couple that you see on the screen. And she said, you know, I really respect you. Like her email was so I was so flattered by it because she said like so much nice things about my channel and about me, and she felt comfortable enough to send me an email and ask me to cover this because they were having at the time, which was I think it was a couple days ago, maybe it was 2 days ago. They were having some trouble getting some media coverage. They were only getting, I think like the local media there where they went missing from was in Texas. So at any rate, she asked, would you be willing to do this? If not, I understand. And I was like, are you kidding me? Of course, So I wrote her back, and we've been going back and forth, and we're texting, and I've got a lot of information that has not hit the media, and also some information that is possibly incorrect that the media is reporting. So I'm hoping that we can kind of straighten out these misconceptions that have been reported and kind of get it straight. Courtney, I think you're in the chat. I'm not sure if you're going to chat, but I know you said you'd be listening. So at any point, if you want to chime in and chat, by all means, cut in and interject. Paul Bowers, they have not confirmed that. So we are going to continue pushing forward. They are missing. Okay. So who we have here is James and Michelle Butler. And this is our missing couple. And the last time that they were heard from was on October the 14th. And then they were supposed to FaceTime their granddaughter, I believe, the next day or that evening, and they did not. No, it's okay, Paul Bowers. I had a teacher named Paul Bowers. Are you the Mr. Bowers? Oh, shoot. Okay,
what are the chances?
Wouldn't it be funny, though? He was like my science teacher.
Right?
Okay, so we have them, missing the FaceTime call with their granddaughter. They mailed out their granddaughter a present, and they were supposed to FaceTime her to watch her open it. They never called. So, Melissa
I think the last time was noon on October 14th was the last time they were heard from.
Okay. So Melissa has done some research, and she is going to kind of tell their story here.
Okay. So they have been James and Michelle of Rumney, New Hampshire, were missing. And they were last contacted on October 14th. They were traveling in their RV and on their way to Fort Lauderdale, where they were going to start doing a side business and selling Christmas trees starting on November 20th. Of course, I don't have everything all together. James was retired from the Navy, and all he wanted to do was travel. So I guess last winter, that's all they were doing was traveling.
Work for the winter or something? Is that right?
Yes, they were going to Florida to sell Christmas trees.
Ah, that's right. That's right.
And the sister of James said that they were supposed to spend about 2 weeks on the beach in Texas. And that was the last known sighting of the RV before it was on camera at the U.S.-Mexico border, I believe on the 21st of October.
Okay, so say that again about the truck and the camper.
I don't think it was the truck. I think it was just the RV. It was spotted on camera on October 21st at the U.S.-Mexico border.
Okay. Yes, and I want to just say, I want to confirm that it was the camper that passed into Mexico, not the truck.
Correct.
Because
yes.
I think there was some misinformation that got out there that it was the truck. So people in the U.S. should still keep their eyes open for their truck.
I think, isn't the truck still at the beach? Because from what I heard, I seen an interview with the sister. Some of the belongings were still by that beach. And I could have swore it was the truck. I could be wrong.
I'm not sure about that. But I did want to correct my dates here. I did get the dates wrong initially. So real quick, before we go any further into the story, I want to correct a couple things because I think I misspoke. That they were they last seen at the post office on October the 17th, mailing a package?
I don't have that one.
Okay, so that's what I have here from Courtney, is that they were spotted at the post office before October 17th. They were mailing a package to their granddaughter. They were going to call on 11/17 on a FaceTime call to watch her open it.
And the last they heard from them was on the 14th of October.
Okay. I have here, she said the 16th. So I'm not sure. I just want to make sure I'm not giving out wrong info. But from the cousin here, it says Debbie, Jimmy's half-sister, talked to him on 10/16. So Jimmy is James, obviously. So Jimmy and Michelle. So Jimmy talked to his half-sister on the 16th. From what I have here. So they're fairly confident to say that something happened after that and on 10/17. So go ahead with the rest of the backstory here.
So yes, they're on October 21st, their RV crosses an unspecified border checkpoint into Mexico. But they say that from camera footage that it's not James driving. I don't know if that's confirmed by the family or not.
I'm not sure either. Let's see what I've got here. See, now I'm getting from another article that they were last seen on October 14th at Padre Bali Park, Texas.
That's what I got too. I got October 14th, last heard from relatives while in Padre Bali Park.
Yeah, that's what I got as well. Around noon, like I said.
And then the day after the RV crossed the border on October 22nd, there was a witness inside the Walmart. Where is it?
Okay, so I just got that corrected. The package was mailed on the 14th. So the post office was the 14th. Debbie talked to her brother Jimmy on the 16th to show his house because they were selling. Then they never called or FaceTime on the 17th. The truck is gone too, but the truck did not go through Mexico.
Right, it was just the RV. And then the day after, on the 22nd, a witness claims to have seen James in a Walmart around 38 miles from where they were last seen. The witness says, "My husband and I stopped and prayed for this man on Tuesday the 22nd around 8:20 p.m. at Walmart." The man told the witness, he said he was from New Hampshire and said his name was Dennis. He said he lost everything and was needing help with food. He was obviously suffering from some kind of memory lapse or PTSD. If anyone in the area, please keep a lookout. I've already contacted Sheriff's Department. So I guess this guy in Walmart is resembling James.
Yes.
But he told the witness his name was Dennis.
Interesting. Okay, so what I have from Courtney on this Walmart sighting is here's a little bit of information on Jimmy. Jimmy is ex-Navy military. He's short. He's only about 5'2", and he has tattoos. And he has been spotted possibly, as he said his name was Dennis, and the family doesn't know of any connection with that name.
That is very strange.
It is very strange.
But I did watch the interview with the sister. It was on YouTube, but she did mention that there was some belongings that were left by where they were parked on the beach that belonged to them.
Interesting, because I didn't see that. I didn't see that.
Yeah,
Is it like a media interview with her, or?
Let me see. I think I still have it pulled up.
Yeah, if you send me the link, I can play it. You know, and I'm looking at their Facebook posts. It just looks like they were having a whole lot of fun. They were selling their home. They had their camper. They're heading down
I think
south.
they started in the RV traveling in June 2018, I believe. Oh.
I'm going to put up a picture of the trailer, or the camper. I'm going to put all this info up. They have a missing flyer that has a phone number on it. It also has a truck plate number and everything else. I know we have a lot of Texas listeners. If you're in this area, or if you saw this truck or saw anything, I mean, you just never know. You never know who you're gonna hit out here on the interwebs. You know who could see this and possibly assist some information.
I messaged you the link.
Okay, so there, I got the flyer up on the screen. So it's Kleberg County Sheriff, area code 361-595-8500. Just got your links. Let's pull that up. Thank you for sending that, lady. So yeah, this is a very weird case. It's always so strange to me. People just
Okay, I want to clarify a comment. Someone said, you two don't know how to tell a story. So confusing. Are they originally from New Hampshire, lived in Texas, and traveling to Florida? They're originally from New Hampshire, and they were traveling to go to Florida to sell trees for a side business part-time, but they stopped in Texas for about a couple of weeks for a vacation.
Yeah, they were making the most of it.
Right.
So I don't know. Maybe Courtney can let me know if they were planning on returning to New Hampshire, or were they gonna just stay in the RV and kind of just travel around. Yeah, so they're from New Hampshire. They were traveling to Florida, Fort Lauderdale. They were making pit stops. They stopped in New Orleans. Then they went to Texas. They were at the beach in Texas. They were going to stay there for a couple of weeks, live it up, then head down to Florida. I mean, it's a fifth wheel, yeah. All right, so Lala, what else do you have on this? Anything else that I know okay, so there is a Facebook page. Have you seen the Facebook page, Lala?
I didn't see the Facebook page, but I was looking at the sisters of James, and that's where I was getting some of my info from.
Oh, okay. So she's the one that's been speaking out to the media, I'm assuming?
There's two sisters. The one that spoke out was Deborah, and then there's the other sister, Michelle. Or Stacy.
Okay. Stacy. Okay. All right. I am going to pull up this video and let's watch this interview. This is with Jimmy's sister.
Well, here, I'll send this one to your messenger. This is off the sisters page.
Is it a different video or?
I think it is. I think this one's a little bit longer. All right, I sent it to you.
Did you send it on text?
Text, yeah.
Okay, got it. Okay, so yeah, they do have a Facebook page. It is, what is the name of it? James and Michelle Butler. Finding Michelle and James Butler. That's the name of the. I did put the link to the Facebook page that you can go and like that page and keep up with all the latest news there. The family is running that page, I believe. Okay, so let's pull up this video. It's the same one you sent me. Okay.
Is it?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's the same one. Right.
I just seen an update on that page, 1027, from his sister saying, we know that the truck and trailer were seen crossing the border into Mexico.
Oh, now they're saying that both were.
Yeah, that's on the Finding Michelle and James Butler page. The sister.
But Jimmy was not driving it, they're still saying?
The person driving was not our brother. The passports do not have any hits on them, and the GPS signals are not on. This is all we know right now, and the investigation is ongoing.
So they haven't sold their house yet. I just want to throw that in there. The house was still for sale. And that's what the sister was talking to him about, was a showing of the house. And they were in a program. This is why they were kind of traveling to go work at a Christmas tree place in Florida, of all places. Kind of funny. But they were in a program, and it's where they would work part-time in different places throughout the country, and they were working on oil rigs. So they were traveling around, but their home is still in. Okay. So let's go ahead and watch this video and see what.
Right, and tonight, for the first time, we are hearing from the family of James and Michelle Butler. A reporter with our Tegna station in New Hampshire sat down with James' sister this afternoon. Our Taylor Alanese here now to share parts of that interview. Taylor?
Joe, Leslie, Deborah Van Loon, the couple's sister, says even though sheriff's deputies haven't been able to identify the bodies found near Bob Hall Pier, all things point to them belonging to Michelle and James Butler.
It's right where they were parked.
Deborah Van Loon says she fears the two bodies discovered just south of Bob Hall Pier belong to her brother, 48-year-old James Butler, and his wife, 46-year-old Michelle.
Nobody could get a hold of them. We all started getting really, really nervous.
Van Loon says the couple from New Hampshire was in between jobs and decided to pack up their RV and spend a few weeks on the Texas coast. But she says the last time she talked to her brother was October 16th, almost 2 weeks ago.
Great guy. Loved to be comedic. You know, he was always fooling around, horsing around, and razzing everybody, but that's his nature.
She says her brother, a 21-year Navy veteran, Toj as his family calls him, always dreamed of traveling the world with his wife, Michelle.
And he decided, you know what, it's time for me to do what I want to do. And he started traveling. They went out west last winter, all through the winter. They loved it so much.
And after their job was done, the Butlers drove their RV down to Padre Bayou Park.
They had found out that you could park for free on the beach for 2 weeks.
Van Loon says the couple would never miss their weekly phone calls with their grandchildren.
We're all kind of worried about him by now, and on the 23rd, Michelle's son and daughter-in-law filed the missing persons report.
And now there are new questions. Where is the couple's RV? Van Loon says sheriff's deputies told her they have footage of the couple's RV crossing over the U.S.-Mexico border.
They just said they could tell it wasn't my brother.
now waiting to find out if the two people discovered in the dunes are her missing loved ones and what happened to them.
If it isn't them, it's one major coincidence, that's for sure.
Van Loon says the couple's next stop was Fort Lauderdale, Florida, where they were planning to sell Christmas trees. If you have any information, you are asked to call the Clayburgh County Sheriff's Office. That number is on your screen, 361-595-8500. Joe, Leslie.
Okay. Heartbreaking. And Courtney is in chat. SL is Courtney. I think all of our thoughts and prayers go out to you and your family. This is got to be grueling for them. Not know.
Yes, it's very heartbreaking.
I just can't imagine that feeling of having to wait, not knowing. So I guess
I also read too.
What's that?
I also read they had 3 cats in the camper and they were trying to see if they had microchips in.
Oh. Does it work opposite like that, like a GPS?
I think the chips have to be scanned at the shelter. So I don't know how that works.
That would be
if they have to, if the cat, I think the cats have to be located first and then brought to the vet so it can be read.
Yes, that's a good question, Courtney. Or Shell. She asked Courtney, is there anything that we can all do for your family? The family is Melissa, do you want to tell us a little bit about the GoFundMe?
Yes. GoFundMe they have up. I think it's one of the sisters put it up. They need funds, airfare travel to get to Texas so they can be there for all this and figure out what's going on. And I think it's on the sisters page.
I do have the link in the description of the video. I'm going to throw it in chat right now. So if anybody, feels compelled to help, $5, whatever
anything.
You feel, anything will help. These people want to get to Texas so they can figure out what in the heck's going on here.
This is a very bizarre.
I have some more information that I'm going to read that kind of is not in the media. Courtney says, just prayers for us and keep a lookout. We all appreciate everything. Thank you so much, Courtney, for coming in the chat. There's a few things that she had told me, and this is one that I thought was really interesting. Back last year, October, early November, another couple went missing from that area, and their names are Chad Peters and Tammy Arthur. The last contact that anybody had with them was on October the 30th. And then with Chad, it was on November the 4th. So that's just another, and there is a Facebook, I believe, for them too.
And that's another missing couple from that area from last year?
Yes. And really, Chrissy?
Oh, wow.
Look at Chrissy in chat.
I really don't want to.
Well, Chrissy, the family reached out to me because they were having a hard time getting it in the media. So that's why you probably haven't heard of it. Who I'm about to de-wrench if she comes in like that again. I'm just kidding. But yeah, it looks like several people have gone.
I also read too that area is not it's a dangerous area over there.
I read that too. That there were some locals that had said, you know, we wouldn't be surprised, you know, to hear there was a dead body out there or whatever. Okay, so Beth, you're confusing the two stories. Last year there was a couple that went missing, and the last time that they were spoken to was October 30th of 2018. But yes, that it has been on the local news. They just were having trouble getting it outside of that. But it looks like today the Daily Mail came out with an article. Heavy has an article. So a lot of things are happening now. It's getting out there. People are knowing about this.
Yes, I am seeing more coverage on it.
Oh, you guys can hardly hear me? See my volume. It's up. Maybe that's better. All right, so some other information was let's see. Oh, it's hard to read about this sometimes. So there are some discrepancies from the media and what I've been told by the family. The media is reporting that they crossed in Del Rio border. And this was questioned because it's on the other side of the state. It just wouldn't make any sense. Everyone is saying this, but there is reason to believe that it was Eagle Pass, which would make a lot more sense. So it just, the location, I guess, of the Del Rio border seems a little off to members. Autopsies will be performed tomorrow on the bodies that were found. Yes, Chrissy, they are. There's another missing couple that hasn't gotten hardly an exposure, which I was just telling you about. So that could be them. You know, the other couple that went missing. It said that the bodies were very badly decomposed. So do we know? I mean, I don't know how that happens when it's hot. I would imagine it doesn't take. But let's see. Camper passed into Mexico, not the truck, but we just got word that the truck is also in Mexico, correct?
That's what it said on the one post in the Finding Michelle and James Butler page. That was on Sunday from the sister.
Okay. So it looks like both are in Mexico. We already went over the timeline.
And they did confirm the person driving was not James.
I wonder if they got a good look at, like, the man's face or the woman's face.
Yeah, I don't know how good those cameras are or how they can zoom in.
So I guess decomp can happen within a short period of time with salt, sand, and hot weather. There's also coyotes and vultures out there. So I mean, that's a gruesome thought. But, you know, it's also, you know, we have to be not a pleasant thought, but just what happened.
And they have been contacting OnStar daily. It says we first started off with them talking into their truck for 15 minutes each time, never a response back. After we filed them missing, we were able to GPS ping the vehicle. As of the 24th, it says out of service. To this date, it still reads that.
Okay. She just said in chat that she's been told by someone who's in Homeland Security that there's a ton of cameras before you get to the border. So the odds are, if you're caught once, you're caught a lot. So it's up to 50 miles to the border that they have cameras.
Oh, wow.
Isn't that crazy?
That is, wow, 50 miles before you reach the border?
Yeah.
Wow.
Kate, they have not confirmed who those bodies are, who those bodies belong to. Yeah, thanks, Cubby. It's a 2018 Chevy Silverado.
No, and the truck and camper has not been found at all as of today, I think.
Well, that's a lot of cameras, and that's a lot of miles.
And I mean, that's a big truck and a big camper, so
It is
huge.
So weird. It is silver in color, the truck, and it is. I mean, it's a big truck.
Yeah, it's a 2018 silver Chevy Silverado 2500.
Oh, I just found the name of the program that they were in for what they were working. It's called Work to Camp program. And it's where they work jobs around the country. So their job was going to be
traveling
to sell these Christmas trees in Florida starting November 20th for a month. And then they were supposed to be at Berners Beach in Corpus Christi for about 2 weeks.
And then be in Florida the 20th of November.
Yes. Yes, we really need to get these people found. I have another photo I'm going to put up, and this is of Jimmy and Michelle, the camper, the truck, and their 3 kitties. So we don't know where the kitties are, right? I mean, is that what I'm understanding? Like the cats are missing too?
I think the cats are missing unless they're still in the RV. All I seen was they had 3 cats in there, and they're trying to see if they can somehow locate with the microchip, but I think the cats have to be taken to the vet.
So they have to find the cats first.
Yes.
You do never know, Beth Wade. Thank you so much. Yeah, Aaron, they were just living it up. They were taking a little vacay in Texas, going to the beach and having some fun before they went on to Fort Lauderdale. They were just a couple, Eastern Coast people traveling down south. And so here on the screen is all of that, is the picture of them, the 3 cats, and the truck and the camper. So, Melissa, was the OnStar turned off?
They said it was not in service anymore. No signal. It couldn't be tracked.
Can you turn it off? Or I don't know how OnStar works.
Yeah, I don't know if that can be turned off or... It says they had them calling into the truck for 15 minutes each time daily and never a response back. And then as of the 24th, it says out of service.
Is that something you have to pay for?
Yes, because it also says, I have asked them if the service was paid for, which it was. So it was paid for. Because if it wasn't, the sister was going to pay for it for further assist location.
Oh, wow.
And I don't think they haven't touched their bank accounts either since either the 14th or 16th. Also.
Yeah, that is odd. I mean, it doesn't sound good. Makes me really sad.
Yes.
What about cell phones? Are they turned off?
That I haven't read anything about cell phones. But I'm assuming if the OnStar is turned off, I'm sure the cell phones are turned off as well. They're looking into bank accounts, phone records, campgrounds, hospitals, beaches, etc.
They sure love to travel. It looked like Jimmy posted on Facebook and said, traveling around in our RV. We are currently in Texas. And he was in the Navy for 21 years. So here's the story about the Walmart sighting. A woman named Joanna Garza, she shared a strange story on Facebook saying that she believes that she and her husband saw James Butler on October the 22nd in Calalin and stopped and prayed with him. She wrote on Facebook, and this is a quote from her Facebook post, "Guys, my husband and I stopped and prayed for this man on Tuesday the 22nd around 8:20 p.m. at Walmart in Calalin on U.S. 77. He said he was from New Hampshire and said his name was Dennis. He said he lost everything and was needing help with food. He was obviously suffering some kind of memory lapse or PTSD. If anyone in that area, please keep a lookout. I've already contacted Sheriff's Department, etc. Most importantly, prayers are needed." So the Walmart that she thinks she saw him at is about 38 miles from the beach where the couple was last confirmed to have been seen. And then later, Garza said, quote, "I knew nothing of these missing people until today. I just offered prayer and meal money as God led me to do. Under what basis should police be called? I had no reason to report him that day. I had no idea of this missing case until today through Facebook. There are hundreds of homeless people disoriented that lose everything." And just to make it clear, Garza has been talking with the Butler's family about what she saw in case it helps the search. Talked about the OnStar. Is there anything else that came across that you wanted to share?
I have one. One of the last conversations Deborah had with her brother was about the couple selling their New Hampshire home. She said the last spot she knew the couple to be at was Berners Beach in Corpus Christi.
So yeah, if you guys want to like this Facebook page, Finding Michelle and James Butler. There's a lot of information on there. There's a lot of comments. Just people, there's photos, tons of photos of them. There's links to their Facebook pages.
They do have, they have children, a granddaughter.
That breaks my heart.
I know. And the sister did say it's so unusual for them to go off the grid without telling us.
Oh, I can imagine. I'm going to pull up their Facebook page to show everybody. So here's the cats. And this is all taken from the Finding Michelle and James Butler. Here's the 3 cats. But there's just a lot of information. They're doing a really good job of keeping this page updated, and I hope that they have positive outcome from this, because this couple looks like they just have, so sad.
Yeah, they were just traveling. I mean, they live in New Hampshire, and I think they wanted to go to the beach in Texas before they made their way to Florida.
Right, right. So I'm getting confused on, did the truck cross into Mexico or not?
Well, on that Finding Michelle and James Butler page, the sister Deborah updated 10/27. We know that the truck and trailer were seen crossing border into Mexico. Kelberg County has footage. The person driving was not our brother. The passports do not have any hits on them, and the GPS signals are not on.
Somebody's saying that another vehicle was towing the trailer, not the truck. Not sure. There's a bunch of. I need that to be narrowed down. But yes, Mexico is very dangerous. I have no desire to go to Mexico.
Well, in the picture on the Finding Michelle and James Butler page, it's the silver Chevy that's pulling it.
I don't know, Courtney, can you clarify that about the truck? It is very important. It is very important.
Yeah, and there's a picture on the page 2 of the truck and trailer separate. It's a Cedar Creek camper, and it has a plate number for the camper as well.
Oh, that must be their daughter. Yeah, let's let Courtney try to clarify that for us. Have the correct information. So important. I want to thank Courtney too for trusting me with, contacting me and seeking me out to cover this for you. I really, really appreciate that. And if you guys could also give me a thumbs up, be wonderful. So, no cell phone pings. I'm not sure about cell phones.
I think I did read something about a ping. Oh, let me find it. Their phone was pinged by that beach they were at. That was the last ping.
Oh.
I seen that somewhere. Hold on, I have so many articles up.
Chris T said, Courtney, thank you. Was your family given any info on what vehicle did tow the trailer into Mexico? She said, we have a very big family and I think it's hard to keep things straight. I understand. But yes, if you guys could share this video out in groups you're in, share it to your Facebook, ask your friends to share. Let's get the word out there. Look at this must be daughter. Son. That's their daughter though.
I think they have a son.
Oh, they do.
Because I think it was the son and daughter-in-law who did the missing persons. But I know I seen about a ping.
See if you can find that. I'll be right back, okay?
Okay.
Okay, I'm back. Did you find anything about the phones?
No. I had so many articles open.
Oh, Courtney's been typing in chat about the ping. But she just...
Ping was at grave site. Mile marker 263, where the RV and truck were last seen. Yes, that's what I read.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. And it is the son and daughter-in-law.
It is their son.
Oh, yes. James' phone was the one that pinged.
And he looks a little taller than 5'2". I think that... wrong. Because 5'2" is pretty short for a man. I don't... He looks that short. Do you?
I think that's what it says in the description. Let me see.
Here in this other one, it says he's 5'6".
Oh, 5'6", medium build with dark hair and a goatee.
Okay, so he's 5'6" now. Here too. Aw, she said that he was born at only 2 pounds and they didn't think he would live.
Aww.
He was a little miracle baby. Aww. Well, we're hoping for the best for your family. Hoping that you guys get some good news soon. We will continue. I think that's pretty much it we had on this case. Does anybody have any questions in chat that maybe Courtney could answer, or maybe she can get back with me on if I don't know the answer? Amanda, the replay will be up for you, girl, when we're done. And there is a brief synopsis in the description of the video. What else do we have? Much it covering the page. We have the Facebook page. The link is in the description, as well as the GoFundMe that the family has set up to get the sisters, multiple family members, to Texas so that they can assist and find out what in the heck's going on. I mean,
Facebook page is Finding Michelle and James Butler.
It's actually in the description of the video.
Chrissy, did James' truck cross the border? We need clarification, please.
Let's wait for her to reply. Excuse me.
Well, yeah, from what his sister posted on 10/27, she said the truck and trailer were seen crossing the border. But that could have changed, though, as well.
Right. Give her a second to... Okay, they did put the Facebook group or the Facebook page up in chat. Thank you, Cubby. And then I have the GoFundMe link. You guys want to help them out with that? One side of the family is saying one thing and the other side is the other. Just remember, some people are only half sisters, and that's not to disregard anyone. Okay. So, Courtney, are you related to Jimmy or Michelle? That's true, Aaron. Remember when they thought the McStay family covered or crossed the border? James is her mom's nephew. Okay. Okay, so you're related on Jim's side. Well, like I said, we're hoping for the best for you guys. Obviously the autopsies are going to be done tomorrow. I don't know if they'll have any answers. Courtney, if you could just keep me updated, maybe we can go live again tomorrow with an update. Depending on, you know, what we find out tomorrow, but I will definitely keep you guys posted on any changes, updates in this case. And we can take the discussion over to the podcast page on Facebook. You can also go to, obviously, to the Find Michelle and James Butler. You're very welcome, Courtney. There's really, really, really no need to thank us. But,
now, is there anyone looking in Mexico for this truck and trailer?
Good question.
I mean, because that's a big truck and trailer. I mean, I don't know how anyone can miss it. So do they have anyone in Mexico looking, or can we cross over to look? Or
yes, she said yes,
like
they are.
Okay.
Yeah, because we have like the embassy there, right? Oh,
I think
she
so.
said a lot of Navy and ex-military people. Yeah, considering that he was in the Navy for over 20 years, I'm sure they've got some resources they can pull out.
Right.
You know?
Well, that's good.
Okay, so Ashley said 10 p.m. news is about to come on, so hoping they will cover or update. So Ashley must be local, or... But yes, Courtney, thank you for coming in. Thank you for chatting. Hopefully we get some good news, but like I said, we will definitely keep you posted. And Lala, your mom, your mom,
I know.
she's out of control. Chrissy, you're out of control.
She
That's
has
why
no
we love
filter.
you. She has
No
zero
filter.
James worked for ATC for the Navy. They are really great people. I cannot stress enough. They finally had the opportunity to travel, and all this happened. What is ATC? I'm not really up on my military. Oh.
It's a rank. Navy Air Traffic Controller.
Oh.
And I think I did read that. That's why he's traveling now, because he was always out of the U.S. and didn't get a chance to travel in the U.S.
Gosh, and this is their time, you know? This
Right.
is their time to have fun and live their dream. Well, hopefully something comes up and good news. So thank you, Miss Lala Frontroom.
Thank you, Jay, for having me on and helping.
I love having you on with me. Everybody loves Lala. Give Lala some yellow hearts.
Except for Chrissy.
Chrissy. Does Chrissy call you Lala?
No, well, I think she did back in the day, but I haven't been called Lala in a long time.
Ooh, we're bringing back the Lala. Yes, Lala Frontroom and Jay.
Oh, look at her, Lala with the question marks.
Look at the yellow hearts for our yellow Teletubby.
Oh.
Lala Frontroom. That sounds like a stripper name. That's your stripper name. Lala Frontroom. It was their time to enjoy. You're right, Berg. All right. Well, I guess we are out of here. It's 11 o'clock. We will keep you posted. And lift them up. Send them lots of positive vibes and prayers and whatever it is you believe in. Send it the Butler's way. We love you, Chrissy. Chrissy and Chrissy are probably our two funniest, craziest ladies. I might be back on at 3:30 if I can't sleep. Join me, man. If you're up, we'll talk. Melissa was not up last night. Lala was not up. Lala. Oh my god, I cannot. Lala, come get your kid.
We need a de-wrencher so I can delete some comments.
Okay. Yeah. Chrissy, you're about to be put in timeout. Just kidding. Who's she gonna be?
You would never put her in timeout.
I couldn't. I couldn't live with myself. Chrissy, you should have those kids every night. They're your grandbabies. Stop your bitching.
No.
All right, you guys. Well, we'll see you maybe at 3:30 in the morning. We'll see you maybe at 3:30 in the afternoon tomorrow. Who knows? You never know what's going on at JS for Justice. All right, wrenches. I love you guys. Bye, Lala French.
Goodbye, everyone. Good night.